That is the tragedy that we see in Indian administered Jammu and Kashmir, where the human rights of the indigenous population have been stripped away. The mums, the dads and children of Gaza have in common is that they are innocent civilians. Lots of people now coming, the Tories would say illegally, to the United Kingdom.
So my question is that what are the potential human rights concern regarding the agreement between the UK and Rwanda to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda, from Britain to Rwanda?
Illegal migration is the number one issue. But what we've also seen at the same time is this government remove its commitment to international development. It has woefully underfunded border security, and the cuts that we've had for 14 years are showing exactly what happens. So we have lots of people now coming, the Tories would say illegally, to the United Kingdom across the channel in boats. This is an incredibly dangerous thing for people to do.
What do you think? What will happen to those migrants affected by Rwanda scheme?
But the reality is that unless we tackle the issues I've talked about, trying to prevent wars escalating into regional conflicts, trying to prevent famine and building food security in some of the poorest parts of the world.
What can UK do to help bring about ceasefire in Gaza?
Look, my heart bleeds with sorrow at the images that are coming out of Gaza. The one thing I always say, that tragically those innocent civilians, those kids at the peace camp, those mums and children and dads that were going about their ordinary lives in southern Israel on the 7th of October, and the mums, the dads and children of Gaza have in common is that they are innocent civilians caught up in the most horrific conflict that has gone on for 7 long decades in the Middle East.
Kashmir issue is one of the serious conflict between Pakistan and India. What is your stance on this issue?
The more I got involved with the Kashmir issue, the greater I see the injustice. Look, to me, it's very much like the Palestine issue. There is a country that is incredibly powerful, and there are people that have been denied their rights to self-determination. The conflict has gone on about the same time as the Palestine issue as well. That is the tragedy that we see in Indian administered Jammu and Kashmir, where the human rights of the indigenous population have been stripped away, where political opponents are imprisoned, and in the case of Yassin Malik is on death row, and very little is being done by the international community, despite there being United Nations resolutions and despite there being lots of evidence of human rights abuses. So I've used my voice in Parliament to tell the story of the Kashmiri people, to tell it again, and to tell it again, because I don't want this conflict to be forgotten.
What do you think? What is the role of Labour Party if they will win, and how it will be beneficial for the public?
I think this is really important that people go out and vote Labour to show the Conservatives that they are on the ropes, that they are at the end of their tenure in government, and that this country is ready for change.
Including all other issues, Islamophobia is also one of the major issue in the UK. Is tackling Islamophobia, especially after Gaza war, a priority in local elections?
A number of different communities in my new patch, and that diversity is a real strength. So whether it's the Sikh community, the Hindu community, the Jewish community, the Buddhist community, or the Muslim community, they each enrich our society. They add a bit more to it. And look, there's nothing more that upsets me than racism. Because for me, there is only one race, the human race. We were all made in God's image.